Welcome back. Joining us now with details on her new book is author Sally Knox. Thanks so much for coming in today, Sally.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You have a wonderful book called Pickles and Jane. So I'd like you to start off by talking about those characters and what they mean to you.
The characters, Pickles and Jane, are cats. My sister loved cats, and my mother at some point said she wanted a dog. So she got a dog, and it didn't work out well with the family. The cats were frightened. The dog was uncontrollable pretty much, so they decided we really can't keep this in this. It was a quiet household to begin with. It wasn't quiet once the dog came. So a decision was made that the dog had to leave the family, which was kind of hard on the family because the mother really did want a dog. Mm-hmm. But the dog did get out to a nice farm, and the family got out to see the dog and adjusted, and they've kept in touch somewhat over time with the dog. But the story is also based on the cats were black and white, and my sister had adopted a little girl who was African American, which we were not. But so that's kind of where the story came. The cats matched the family; they were black and white.
Okay.
It's the family.
Tell us about the setting in which the book takes place and how that contributes to the overall theme of the story.
The setting takes place in a small house in Albany, New York, where the dog was brought to, and the activity happens in the house. Mm-hmm. The chaos happens in the house, and the sadness happens in the house because they have to make a decision to give up the one pet that they kind of wanted, but it didn't work out. But it had been a quiet house, and it wasn't anymore, and then it went back to being kind of a quiet house again. Mm-hmm. And the cats were happy.
The cats were happy. So what are the key lessons that you want young readers to learn from Pickles and Jane?
I think that, first of all, there are a variety of families. No two families look alike, and it's nice we have varied people and cultures in our family. Mm-hmm. That it can be hard to incorporate a new person into the family or a new pet into the family, mm-hmm. and you do what you need to make life work for everybody, and for both the pet. The dog wasn't happy, and the cats weren't happy. So you make a decision that makes everybody content with their life and made memories.
Yes. Well, some of your other books focus on relatable childhood experiences. So how do Pickles and Jane contribute to that?
Well, Pickles Jane was an event that Pickles and Jane were cats that actually lived, and we actually had the dog. The other stories, Harrison and Grandpa built a sandbox. Grandpa wasn't around to build the sandbox, but based on my recollection, my husband had built our house, and we built a sandbox for the kids. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to bring that story to life, that we had this family, and so far nobody's built a sandbox. But I'm hoping that the grandchildren, if they get around to having children, somebody might build a sandbox.
Okay, one day. Did any personal relationships influence the development of Pickles and Jane's friendship in the book?
It's a hard question to answer.
Well, they're based off of your real life experiences. So yes. I imagine that there is some play from what you've experienced and seen within your family and the relationship between the cats and dogs that kind of influence Pickles and Jane.
I think I have to say I didn't start out by planning to write a book.
Really?
Really. I was in the house, and these words came to my head. Amanda lived in a little house with Mommy, Granny, and Kenzie Mouse. She loved Mickey Mouse. And the words just came from that, so I can't say, oh, I should write a book about this.
Really?
Yeah, so I've written a lot of poems over the years, and a couple of words come, and they just come. So that whole story just developed over a couple of hours. I'm thinking, well, this sounds good. Oh, this is working out pretty well. And then the subsequent books I did plan on. Mm-hmm. Well, the sandbox I planned on. The one with Lena loses her shoe at the zoo, that started out with, this is how, oh my gosh, how did this start out? This is a story of how I lost my shoe. It happened only yesterday when I was at the zoo, and then the words just kept coming. So I'm not a person who said, I think I'd like to be an author and write stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes, yeah.
What's been the most rewarding feedback that you've gotten from parents or young readers that have read?
Everyone who's gotten the Pickles and Jane book, it's become the story they want read every night at bedtime.
Oh.
So it's been kind of family members, Lindsay wants it read every night at bedtime, or, Billy wants it read every night in bed. That feels pretty good, you know.
Yeah. How does it feel for you to be part of people's nighttime routines?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We all want to be recognized, and we all want to be important to other people. We want them to be important to us.
Yeah. Where can our viewers go to find more about Pickles and Jane?
You can buy the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or the Ewings Publishing's site. And I also have a website that I think is in process, SallyKnoxBooks.com.
Okay. Well, Sally, it was lovely to meet you.
It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you so much for sharing more about Pickles and Jane. Viewers, you can learn more about Sally's work from our sponsors at the Ewing Publishing by visiting SallyCKnoxBooks.com. Thanks again, Sally, for coming in.
Thank you.